Strategy that I used related to individualized intervention was a most to least prompting hierarchy, starting with hand-over-hand prompts with a verbal prompt, followed by a gestural with a verbal prompt, and finally just a verbal prompt. So you would begin with a verbal prompt asking the student the question, and then use the specific prompting. So whether it's hand over hand or a gestural prompt, but making sure that you're including that verbal prompt. If the student answers correctly, you would give them verbal praise. If there is no response from the student, then you would repeat the question and then use the previous prompting level. So if you were using a gestural plus a verbal prompt and you got no response from the student, you would repeat the question and then use a hand-over-hand prompt to make sure the student picks the correct answer. And then if the student provides an incorrect response, you would state the correct answer and use the previous prompting level. So if you gave a student just a verbal prompt and they come up with an incorrect answer, you would then state the correct answer verbally and use a gestural prompt to point to the correct answer. So this could be used for a student at any age, but most likely younger, since you're practicing personal information skills that should be taught at a young age rather than an older age. The student most likely has little to no speech, but probably adequate receptive communication to be able to understand what the questions are asking them. The student may also know how to read and discriminate letters and numbers, since all the words on the AAC device are just printed words and not pictures. So the specific goal for this student is that they will answer a variety of WH questions about themselves with 100% accuracy from 0 prompts from staff. So the skills being targeted are personal information and having the student identify some personal information that they can use later on in their lives. So the context that this would be done in would probably initially be discrete trial training and just teaching the student the correct responses with repeated instruction and reinforcement in order to make sure the student answers correctly. After discrete trial training, it could be generalized to a morning meeting setting, since all the questions kind of follow the general routine of a morning meeting. It's used as a guide for it, just make it more individualized for the students, so if they can't answer verbally, they'll be able to answer on their chart. While this is used for morning meeting and to be used as a guide, it could also be used in other settings, since it is all about personal information. So this could be used in the community or throughout the school in other settings. So the AAC device that is being used is an All About Me board, and it's to learn and respond to questions pertaining to personal info about the student. So it's very individualized and would probably only work for this one student unless it got adapted to different students. So this is a low-tech device. All the symbols are written words right there, but the page over here has symbols and pictures to represent what the questions are asking. It's a dynamic display. The student must move across pages to answer the question, taking the Velcro word from one side and moving it to the other to answer the question, and all the words are displayed in a grid format. The vocabulary used is core vocabulary unique to the student, mostly nouns, so this was their name, their address, favorite colors, stuff that's really unique to the student that probably wouldn't work for other students. But there's also some fringe vocabulary that may not be used all the time, but it's definitely included on this to relate to some specific places. I am the teacher, and this is my student, Molly. All right, what is your name? Your name is Molly. Good. What is your address? Your address is 3845 Grove Avenue. Good. What is your birthday? Your birthday is March 6th. Good. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite color? Green is your favorite color. What's your hair color? Your hair color is brown. Good. What's your eye color? Your eye color is brown. Good. What is the weather like today? The weather is not pants. The weather is sunny. Good job. What are you wearing today? You're not wearing rainy. You're wearing pants. Good job, Molly. And last, where are you going today? You're not going to sweater. You're going to a restaurant. Good job, Molly.